Good morning and welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and along with us today. Voted the most popular, the most best, what do you call it?
Well, best of the best, Colorado Community Media, best of the best. We are Denver's best morning radio show. Thank you so much to all those that voted for something positive, something unique in the airways. We say thank you so much for all of your votes.
To have something positive in the air.
Well, you know what? It works for me. It works for me. And so all of the newspapers, the announcements have kind of been trickling out slowly throughout this week. And I woke up this morning and I was like a kid on Christmas morning, right? And I jumped out of bed and I looked out the window. Are the newspapers here? Because all the community newspapers are being delivered this week. And my husband reminded me that, no, it doesn't get delivered until the afternoon.
Yeah, I went in to pick up several copies of the newspaper and the magazine that goes along with it, and I was told the same thing.
Yeah, this afternoon.
Yeah, check back later.
Later. But it was so funny. I don't jump out of bed hardly for anything. But I did. I just felt, and I'm looking at all my neighbors' driveways, and so this afternoon, before the rain hits, make sure I go and collect up all my neighbors' newspapers.
Hey, how about that rain?
Oh, my goodness. So talk about diehards. We actually were out with the Highlands Ranch Chamber of Commerce yesterday. They have a monthly business after-hours networking event, and the event was being held outside. Beautiful weather, right? It's the end of June, a beautiful afternoon. When we get the afternoon rainstorms, they should be done by 5 o'clock, right?
Well, one should think.
So right at about 5:15, maybe not even 5:15, 5 o'clock, the swirling clouds, were above us. Everybody's alarms are going off on their phones, and but it kind of just went around us. But it did not go around a lot of people watching on Facebook. Gulf-size hail, the floods. It's just been pretty wicked.
Yeah, it really has. But the business goes on, life goes on, and the clothes, they go in the dryer, right?
Yeah, I've never heard that before.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Never heard that connection. The clothes go in the dryer?
We got rained on.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Got it. I'm sorry.
Following the story you were bringing.
Yeah, I thought it was like some little euphemism, like some slang. The clothes go in the dryer. Is this what all the kids are saying now?
We're at an outdoor event watching those clouds going around. What was it, about 5:15 or so? I think that's what you said.
Okay, yes, got it. The clothes go in the dryer, yes. No, I'm thinking all the cool kids are saying that, which is unusual. I'm shocked. He usually kind of has his own little agenda. But super fun, and super fun things going on. Make sure you check out the Experience Pros calendar at experiencepros.com. Click on all the fun events that are happening, all of our members putting together. And I just want to say a quick little shout out of Woohoo. Mini Wave in celebration of my son who just received his driver's license.
Wow.
Yes, just this morning I'm getting the text. Mini Wave in celebration of little Michael.
That's a third bird out of the nest.
Well, into the driver's seat,
right.
That's for sure. So we have 5 drivers and 3 cars. So here's what this looks like in the Tessie household, is we actually have to have a calendar for who gets the car and the schedules.
Wait, you have a calendar for who gets the cars. So the car has its own schedule?
Well, one of the cars, because one car is really more of the kids, and one car is really more of Jay's. Yeah. And then there's my car that is kind of the whoever needs the extra car gets car. So really we only have the schedule for the one. So if the kid's car is occupied and daddy's car is gone, then who gets mommy's car for the day? And so I am now having to reserve my car. Fortunately, Eric and I carpool to the studio, and we've done that for years because we live 20 miles away from the studio, and so it just makes better sense. Apart. Yeah, so we carpool together to the studio and throughout the afternoon, and so it really does help. We've always, we've gone back and forth, just having one car who we carpool or who drives back and forth to the studio, but now, I have to make a reservation if I want to use my own car.
Wow.
But it's either that or we don't really even have parking spaces. Some of the neighbors, there's 4 and 5 cars, and they're like tag teaming them out in tandem style in the driveway and parking in front. It's a beautiful choreographed thing that has to happen. And so with only 3 cars, we don't have to do that just yet.
No. All right. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, good on you guys, and congratulations to Michael with his new driver's license. Hey, here's a new business plan for you. Want $500,000 right away?
Sure.
All you got to do is go into surgery, and don't forget to start the recording.
Oh, the gentleman he was recording some instructions for post-surgery into his phone.
Right.
And to remind himself, because of course, easier than writing things down, right? But he left the recording on while he was in surgery.
Yeah.
And the doctor's performing the colonoscopy.
Yeah.
Rude.
Yeah.
And busted.
Right. The anesthesiologist was, or the surgery team was calling the patient annoying, a wuss, some other words that I won't say. They were joking about him having syphilis, and
they were going to put some symptoms on his chart, even though he didn't have them.
And later said, after 5 minutes of talking to you in pre-op, I wanted to punch you in the face and man you up a little bit.
Oh, how sad is that?
Well, it's not too sad for him now. He's awarded a $500,000 settlement. Wow.
Don't talk bad about people.
Seriously.
Say something nice.
Be nice.
Or don't say anything at all.
Mama used to say.
How about that? We used to have, Eric and I used to have what we called the elevator rule. And in business, you might want to adopt this.
Right.
So, you go out and you have a meeting with somebody, whether it goes good or bad, like right immediately after, you get into the elevator, and what do you want to do? You want to talk about it.
Sure.
Right? You want to make comments. But there could be somebody else in the elevator, somebody else,
when the door's open.
Yeah, and you're talking about this as you're getting, in the elevator and out through the lobby. Hey, we got that client. I can't believe we got him to pay full price, or I can't believe they, discounted us and took it. Whatever it is, doesn't matter, good, bad, or indifferent. So Eric and I don't have any conversation in the elevator.
Not until you get to a safe place.
And so one time my daughter was with us. She had come with us, was hanging out with us for the day. We had a meeting with somebody, and she, of course, was in the reception area while we went and had this meeting. And we came out of the meeting, and we get in the elevator, and we didn't talk at all in the elevator.
It's a little bizarre for people watching.
And she thought it was really weird. And we get in the car, and now we get to just kind of share all of our thoughts. And she's like, I thought that was really weird. You guys did not talk in the elevator. We never want to say something that could just be misunderstood, taken out of context.
That's right.
Or just have it get back to somebody. We're talking about them in a public place.
And it's always best to follow Mama's rules anyways. If you can't say something nice, don't say anything.
But even saying something nice, again, you just don't want to be talking about somebody in a public place.
All right. Hey, listen, we're talking about people in a public place right here, right now, but we have to take a quick commercial break. But when we come back, I know this never happens to you, but we're going to talk about workplace struggles we used to have.
The Experienced Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Your business is growing, but your computers are slowing. We can fix that. We're C-Squared Computer Consulting, and we can help you take on the challenges of your growing business by helping you get the most out of your systems through availability of managed services. We provide reliable protection with 24/7 system monitoring. Check us out at c2cc.net or call us at 303-933-1113. That's C-Squared Computer Consulting at c2cc.net.
The business professionals at Extreme Relationship Management know that networking is one of the best ways to create word-of-mouth marketing for your business. They also know that many of you feel like it's a complete waste of time. The difference is knowing how to network and what to do with all those business cards that you collect. Tune in every Thursday to learn about the ERM networking laws, and be sure to sign up for the next ERM class. Extreme Relationship Management offers training and events to help you realize how rewarding networking can be. Train it the ERM way. Find them online at extremerelationshipmanagement.com and call 855-I-LIKE-ERM to find out more about their next class.
Edgetronics wants you to be happy with your business phone system. Get your phones to work for you, not against you. The friendly folks at Edgetronics can help you plan ahead to keep your business operating when there may be a phone system outage. They offer solutions with VoIP, non-VoIP, and hybrid telephone systems. Upgrade to the system with features that will meet your company's growing needs. Call today at 303-766-1699. That's 303-766-1699. No business is too small or too large, and the customer service at Edgetronics will make you smile. Call now, 303-766-1699, or online at edgetronics, that's with an X.com.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
You keep wondering about refinancing options. You know rates are low, but don't know how to go about getting the best rate and best type of loan for your situation. What do you even need to get started? Wonder no more. Go to CherylAnswers.com. Cheryl of ALMC Mortgage has put together a checklist of what you need to know and frequently asked questions when it comes to your mortgage. Get answers. Go to CherylAnswers.com. CherylAnswers.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Finding care for an aging parent or loved one can be a simple and hassle-free process with Home Care Assistance Denver by your side. They are locally owned and provide hourly as well as 24/7 live-in services by caregivers that are custom-matched based on client needs. They personalize every care plan to fit your loved one's very specific needs. Call them today to schedule your free in-home assessment. 720-443-3371. 720-443-3371. More information can be found at homecareassistancedenver.com. They love serving your loved ones. Call now, 720-443-3371.
John Rush, this afternoon from 3 to 6 on KLZ 560.
You better work. The experienced pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Experienced Pros Radio Show. Thanks for taking time out of your business day to join us for hours. Hey, in the workplace, we use technology all over the place these days. It's sometimes amazing to imagine how anything managed to get done in the past.
You know, we reminisce sometimes about the way things used to be, right? Have you ever said to your kids, well, in my day, we used to have to get up off the couch and walk over to the television and actually turn the channel or turn it off or turn the volume. Do you remember all of that?
Sure.
Well, thinking about how technology has changed, found a fun little article on Inc. magazine that talked about some of the wonderful inefficiencies that we used to have, but they were so amazing at the time.
Workplace struggles from a bygone era. Number one, PowerPoint. We think PowerPoint decks and video projectors are so bulky and whatever, and they kind of come down in size over and over and over again. Well, remember projectors?
Right, with the little clear little.
Oh yeah.
What were those things?
Slides.
They were slides.
Slides.
Yeah, we had those and. Didn't you remember even like the ones they were always like wobbly and trying to get it, and it was always crooked on the wall and all of that. And how about this on fax machines?
What?
Does anybody even remember how to send a fax?
I don't even know what a fax is.
Well, I think some of our printers still do faxes.
Just a fax, ma'am.
Right, but now we can send an email with an attachment, load documents, like all of that. You don't need a separate machine.
Oh, scanners go along with that same thing, right?
I remember my early days working for the International for the golf tournament, and I needed to change the toner on the fax machine.
Yeah.
Now, I hadn't worked in an office for over 10 years at this point. I'd been a stay-at-home mom for a while, and I just didn't have any office experience. So I'm changing the toner. It was one of those you had to shake the cylinder, the cartridge, and put it in, and then you had to pull the clear tape off of the top of it.
That releases it.
So I stuck the cartridge in, but I must not have clicked it in enough. Oh. So when I pulled the clear tape, all the toner flew out of, and there was a file cabinet drawer that was open, and it got in everywhere, got on the carpet. No. And I remember my boss, Marie, who says, call maintenance, and here's how you do, and all the things you need to fix your mess, Angel.
Don't forget to clean out your box,
and she says, Angel, if you don't get your act together, we might just say, we don't need you anymore.
Right.
I was heartbroken.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, I was mortified. So I hate fax machines.
Scanners go along with fax machines. I remember somebody said, I don't have a scanner. And I'm like, do you have a cell phone? Yeah.
How about this?
I got a scanner.
Hey, Erica, what's your son's phone number? Do you know it?
I have no I don't know what either of my son's phone numbers are.
You don't know their phone numbers?
No.
Think about this. We no longer have to memorize phone numbers, search for business cards, search for anything. This morning I was with a group of people, and they're saying, send this email list. Like, I don't think I really have an email list in a sendable form. I connect with people on Facebook. I connect with them on LinkedIn. They're in certain databases, but we don't have it in an address book anymore. Several months ago, I went looking for an actual address book with tabs with the letters, because I wanted to use it to organize something else, not necessarily addresses, but I couldn't find one. I went to 3 different stores. Nobody sells address books anymore.
Wow. Hey, remember the
dial-up
internet?
Dial-up. It was all the rage, right?
You know what? It still goes on.
But it doesn't as much. Wi-Fi. Now we have Wi-Fi. On our phone. You don't even have to dial up on your phone.
Saw Jimmy Fallon last night, and he says, hey, did you hear AOL was picked up by Verizon? Verizon purchased AOL. And he says, for $4 billion. And could you imagine? AOL's like, I would have taken $4.
$4. How about this? Before email, no email. Do you remember when you first got your email? How many email addresses? How often did you have to check it? Like once a week? Maybe once a month? Because nobody sent emails. And all that was sent out originally was jokes.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's what it was for.
We haven't figured out how else to use it yet.
How about calculators and stuff? The math in our head, paper eventually with calculators. A lot of times things took time. Today, you just go to the spreadsheet and pop in a formula and boom, it comes out.
Yeah, that everyday core math thing, though, that is like the silliest thing I've ever seen. How about this one? Cashing your paycheck.
Don't have to go to the bank anymore.
Right, you just take a picture of it, and it, if it's not automatically deposited, but even if you receive a check from somebody, you can just take a picture of it, and it's automatically deposited into your bank account. What about before caller ID?
Oh my gosh, that's got to be the scariest thing of all. You have to answer the phone, say hello, and find out who was calling you.
Not anymore. Now you look at it and you're like, yeah, I don't want to talk to that person. I don't want to talk to that person right now.
Screen. Remember floppy disks?
Yes. Yeah. Now we can use a flash drive on everything, or even Dropbox. You don't even have to drive it on anything.
Nope, it's all cloud now.
And very popular when I worked for the International were inter-office envelopes.
What is an inter-office envelope?
It was like the transport system. We had 2 different offices, one in the Tech Center, one down at Castle Pines. And so if you wanted to get something to somebody down in Castle Pines, we had somebody who couriered these envelopes to each other, and you just put your name and then crossed it out, and whose ever name was next, and you just reuse these envelopes to death.
Oh, that's the height of efficiency. All right.
That's what we had, right? And somebody drove the documents down there.
Well, and here's the truth. That was 10 years ago, and we're talking about it now. We're going to be talking about the crazy things that we do today in about 2 years from now, because it just continues to escalate technology and advances. All right, listen. When we come back, business tips and insights are up next. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the most positive business talk show in America.
The experienced pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
The Extreme Customer Service Directory is one of the most visited directories in the state, and it's all yours to view for free at experiencepros.com. Experiencepros.com will help you find the best in customer service, and you can feel good about doing business with the pros.
Landlords, listen up. If you have investment property, you need Legacy Properties PM. Devin Bewley will absolutely get you the highest rent possible, handle every imaginable emergency, and make sure that your property is well cared for. He visits every property regularly and knows that he's working for you. Legacy Properties PM, where their promise to you is simple. If your property isn't earning you money, you owe them nothing. There's nothing to lose. 720-989-1996. Mention Experience Pros and they'll waive the first month's management fee.
Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe is the official fitness sponsor of the Experience Pros radio show. This is Angel. Orange Theory is the energizing group fitness concept that is sweeping the nation. Experience the orange effect at the location Eric and I work out at. It's Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. You'll see more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours after your workout. Call for a free Saturday session at 303-645-4290. That's 303-645-4290. We'll see you at Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
The top 5 search results get 75% of all the clicks. 75%! That means if you're on page 2, you are missing out on tons of potential business. You, my friend, are in need of professional help. At SharpNet Solutions, it's not all about clicks. It's about making sales. They optimize the Experience Pros Extreme Customer Service Directory, and they can optimize your business. Call them today, 303-900-4988. That's 303-900-4988. Or find them online at sharpnetsolutions.com. Put their talents to work and see what they can do for you. 303-900-4988. Mention the Experience Pros and get up to 50% off. Call today.
Never forget that moment.
As long as I live.
It was a moment.
It was a moment that changed my life.
We looked down from the chopper and saw the whole area was flooded.
At that moment, it really hit me. This is why I took the car.
People had gone up to the rooftops to escape the rising waters.
Talk about intense moments. We had to lower the guy from line some 30 feet down.
This is where teamwork and training really paid off.
It took steady nerves and steady hands for the chopper pilots to hover like that.
No question, guard pilots are the best in the world.
I couldn't believe it. I just saved a life.
What could be better than serving the people of my hometown?
In the National Guard, you serve your community as well as your country while you work or attend college. In return, you gain skills in which you can build a career and receive benefits that can help you pay for college. Learn more about what it means to be a citizen soldier at NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Colorado National Guard. Aired by the Colorado Broadcasters Association and this station.
Dana Lash, 8 p.m. weeknights on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros radio show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Hey, welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thank you so much for tuning in today. It's time for business tips and insights.
Going to go to the phone where Tony Rayburn with Extreme Relationship Management is on the line. Hello, Tony.
Good morning, team. Can you believe network 35?
Uh-oh, Tony, your connection is very, very hard. You said it was networking law 135, is that right?
Network law number 1.
Yeah, you know what, Tony? We're going to have to put you on hold real quick while Charlie tries to reestablish a connection with you, because that's not going to do. Networking Law 135, which means he's been on the show 135 times to bring great networking laws. Tony over at ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com, a training company for professionals who network, taking that guessworking out of your networking.
He offers incredible business training and business development, and amazing that he can have 135 laws. I know there are even a few more coming down the pike, but think about this. How often have you ever gone to a networking event and you just kind of showed up, right? You pack some business cards and think, you know, how hard can this be? Well, a lot of people say it's a waste of time because they aren't paying any attention to the networking laws. Tony, you back?
I'm back.
Oh, way better. All right, Tony.
All right, fantastic.
Tell us, what is Networking Law 135?
Networking Law number 135, and Angel will like this one because it's a bit of a checklist. And this is, when the event is over, what do you do?
You go home with,
tuck your tail between your legs.
Or you could watch cartoons. Either way, sometimes that's what I do, is I go home and watch cartoons.
There you go. Sorry
what do
today.
You do, Tony?
So here's want to make sure that whenever you're at the end of the event, it's time for you to leave, but make sure you've taken care of a few things. Have you paid for your meal and your drink? Number one. Did you tip the wait staff? Is another thing you need to make sure, and tipping is very, very important. How about if any of your fellow networkers need help picking things up or getting to their car?
Or driving home.
That's right. It's a great opportunity in order for you to demonstrate a servant attitude. maybe the networking organizers, the people who put on the event, are responsible for cleaning things up or putting things away. It's a great opportunity to help out. Simple things like if it's raining, hold the umbrella for someone, right?
Nice. I think a lot of it's just, it's manners, right? And showing respect for the people that have put an event together for you.
It is, but sometimes we're so tired at the end of the event. We're just like, I just want to get out of here and go home. Yeah. And the thing is, you're missing key opportunities in order to help solidify and further the development of relationships. If you find an item that's left there by someone, you could take it to management to help prevent theft. And make sure you have all of your items before you leave.
That's a good point. Yeah, I always, you kind of have to do a double take looking back behind you before you walk out. But there are people there to take care of. And I know it's the end of the day, it's late, you're tired. You got your, your quota, I got my 5, networking cards or whatever, and you think, okay, score, and I'm out of here. But it is just nice to pause and take a moment and actually be a giver before you walk out the door.
That's exactly right. So just make sure you take care of those few things at the end of the event, and you're going to leave in a much better place than if you just rushed out.
Yeah, no, it's good advice, solid advice, Tony. And the one thing that probably didn't make it to your list, but I've seen on occasion is be aware of your surroundings, because there may be somebody who does require you to either call a cab or maybe drive them home.
Absolutely.
If you know what I mean.
Absolutely. Yep. If you find somebody, that was an earlier networking law, but if you find somebody that maybe has had one too many of the adult beverages,
yes,
then absolutely.
Right.
Do what you can to help make sure they get home safe.
That means they didn't follow networking law number 1.
Right. don't get soused. All right, Tony, where do our listeners find more information about extreme relationship management and all the networking laws and how they can actually improve their networking through your training?
The best way to find out more is at extremerelationshipmanagement.com, or they can call us nationwide toll-free at 855-I-LIKE-ERM.
855-I-LIKE-ERM. You're going to like them, too. I'm telling you, if you've ever said to yourself, that networking thing, I tried it, doesn't work, I don't know how to make that work for me, you need to get involved with ERM and participate in their multiple trainings. You're going to have so much more success with everything that you do. Tony, thanks so much for the tip this week, and thanks for calling us back.
You bet. Have a great day, team.
You betcha. Hey, can we talk? If you've got a computer, you need to know our next guest. It's Chris Kaiser with C-Squared Computer Consulting, networking of a different sort.
Hi, Chris.
Good day to you both.
Hi, Chris. What's going on in your world today?
Well, I just came across an interesting resource, and I thought I'd kind of share it as far as just learning. We spend a lot of time in our business trying to educate people, and some things I think we take for granted as far as our knowledge base. But I get asked a lot, well, what about where do I go to learn things? Well, there's a lot of things online. There's companies that provide excellent, training for cost. But I was at the library the other day and saw that they have basic different computer classes, like Excel or Windows or Internet or things like that. And I thought, wow, that's kind of a neat resource that I think a lot of people may not realize. Another one is looking at, like the Apple Store and the Microsoft Store. I know the Microsoft Store in particular is very big on having events and classes open to the public. So those are, looking at the Microsoft Store, looking at the libraries, those are two great resources open to the public, and most, if free to attend with just a registration or a drop-in and some valuable information that you can gain very cost-effective.
I love this.
I was going to say, and they do. There's a lot of great resources through the technology stores, through the library. They don't really market it very well, so it's kind of nice to have somebody who's actually participated and share that.
Throw on one for the trifecta, the hat trick, if you will. The SBDC offers classes along those lines as well, both in technology and business development. So, Chris, sometimes we don't see the tree through the forest. The library is literally across my parking lot from where I live, and I don't spend enough time there.
Not anymore, but we used to.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh, when we first started our business, it was like our second office. We used the meeting space. We used all the resources, the business development people. But then we get busy, and you forget about what we used to do.
Yeah, and that is a resource. And even just finding information, if you're doing research, if you're prospecting, if you're looking at, for who to market to or how to market to, the staff at the libraries have dealt with people at the Arapahoe Library District, Jefferson County. They've been phenomenal to work with, very excited to help you find information. So as a business owner, I personally feel that is a tremendous resource. And Eric, I'm glad you mentioned the SBDC. Some great people and some great resources there as well.
Yeah, for the benefit of the listener, SBDC, Small Business Development Centers, all over, and it's free learning.
And again, we used those resources so much starting out, but they even have it, even if you've been in business and established, they've got all sorts of levels of help that they offer. And again, Chris, we forget that they're right there, and they're anxious and eager to help us. It's not a nuisance. It's not a bother.
That's exactly right. Chris, can we research at any of these places where to find the best IT support?
Well, I have opinions,
okay.
But if people want to call and ask us about any of these things, we're certainly open as a resource as well. And our number is 303-933-1113. You can find us at c2cc.net or check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/C2IT.
C2 Computer Consulting.
I'll tell you what, Chris and his whole team, when it comes to the Microsoft Suite and all of the 365 stuff, there is nobody that knows that stuff inside and out better.
They're certified partners for a reason, that's for sure. All right, 303-933-1113. Again, 303-933-1113. Go ahead and do what we did. Put it in your speed dial, because when you need them, who are you going to call? There you go. Chris, thanks so much, man. We appreciate you.
Thank you. You guys have a wonderful day.
You betcha. Hey, folks, when we come back, are you walking funny? How's your posture? Well, Dr. Amanda Jones here. She's going to take care of everything on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Get your payroll and employee paperwork done efficiently, effectively, and economically with Employer Essentials. Free up your time, free up your money, and let Employer Essentials help your business grow. They handle all of your payroll and HR needs at EmployerEssentials.com or call 303-734-9436. 303-734-9436.
Hi, this is Angel, and I've been in my home for 12 years now. When I think about redecorating, I just can't seem to get past what I've always done. Helene's Designs offers a fluff it up service for home decorating. She takes what I already have and rearranges just enough to fluff it up. Call Helene to get fluffed up at 720-233-7302. Helene's Designs is a full-service design firm that helps you turn your dreams into a reality. Call Helene's Designs today at 720-233-7302 or check out the before and after pictures online at helenesdesigns.com.
Attention business owners, if you're waiting 30 to 60 days or more to get paid, Riviera Finance can turn your invoices into immediate cash flow. Let them help. Their process is simple and no debt is created. Riviera Finance is located right here in Denver. They've been helping companies across the U.S. for over 40 years. So if you bill on credit but need better cash flow, call Jack Loudon at Riviera Finance now at 303-409-7706. That's 303-409-7706 or visit RivieraFinance.com.
Dove Valley Storage has your affordable storage solutions for RVs, boats, cars, or construction equipment. Covered units you can own or rent at unbelievable prices. There's no other product like this in Colorado, and they're offering them at a fraction of the price of owning an RV garage or man cave. Hurry and call Kim today. They're going fast for fall delivery. 720-201-4062. That's 720-201-4062. Or check them out online, DoveValleyStorage.com. They've got you covered.
Get yourself back on track with your mid-year vision screening. We're not checking your eyesight. We're checking in on your vision and your big, hairy, audacious goals that you set at the beginning of the year. If you attended the Success Unleashed Summit in January, you experienced the power of having a strong vision and written goals to keep you on track. The Epic Summer Summit is the perfect place for you to get back on track and to get your vision checked. Carrie Conley with the Informate Nation will be presenting a 2-hour workshop, followed by a Connecting Experts vendor event and networking on Thursday, July 30th at the PPA Event Center. Sign up to attend the Epic Summer Summit at theconnectingexperts.com. You can sign up to attend as a guest or as a vendor. Get your vision checked.
Tune in every Monday at 11:35 for What's Going On with Jim Smith from Prudential. Jim will host a lively conversation about the financial and investment topics you're asking about. You can call Jim and his Prudential team directly at 303-669-9701 and tune in on Monday mornings right here on the Experience Pros radio show.
I'm John Walsh. I'm Ed Smart. When a child is abducted, time is critical.
That's why Amber Alert is so important. The public is notified when a child is abducted.
It's a partnership between broadcasters, law enforcement, transportation, and you.
Thanks for making Amber Alert happen.
John Rush, this afternoon from 3 to 6 on KLZ 560.
The experienced pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros radio show.
Doctor, give me the news. I got a headache, keeps loving you.
Welcome back to the Experienced Pros radio show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us. Hey, if you need the doctor, you need Dr. Amanda Jones.
Dr. Amanda Jones of Health Source of Highlands Ranch West. She's held an active role in the healthcare community for over 15 years. She's educated, experienced, and has taken her passion for healing people throughout the United States. And lucky for us, she is based right here in Highlands Ranch. Amanda Jones. Dr. Amanda Jones, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Angel. It's great to be here. Thanks, Eric.
Dr. Jones, very nice to have you along with us. Listen, I'm not an athlete per se, but I'm a big athletic supporter.
Ew.
You're welcome. So what I'd like to know is, how do athletes benefit from chiropractic care? Because I know that chiropractic has really moved into the mainstream these days.
Well, that's a great question. There's a couple studies out there that are really gaining traction now with athletes, and especially with improving biomechanics, which is where chiropractic comes in.
I heard what you did there, gaining traction.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, like that. I just slipped there.
Yeah.
So with athletes, even if you're not in pain, chiropractic has proven to improve performance by up to 20% by over 12 weeks of chiropractic care. So that's just not an athlete who's not in pain and who has gotten chiropractic care and adjusted. 12 weeks later, they do the same type of 11 tests, and boom, they're
Why?
15 to 20%.
We're talking, I kind of get it, all right? So we're adjusting the spine, everything's more in alignment, but, I was either strong enough 12 weeks ago or I could do it, but a 20% improvement versus if, kind of probably the same, litmus test of somebody who didn't have chiropractic care, why does that make such a difference?
So when you're improving the biomechanics of the entire body, including the spine, what you're doing there is you're allowing the body to work better. So when you're allowing the body to work better, guess what? You're going to improve, and you're going to be able to jump higher or do those particular activities of your sport that much better.
So if an athlete can improve their technique and their performance by 20%,
just think about
what it does then just for normal Joes like us, right?
Exactly. Yep.
We're kind of hunched over all day long. We're in this weird posture.
Text neck.
Speaking of which, I was going to ask, what is the most common condition that tends to go unnoticed? Is it that text neck?
You'd be right with that, Eric. It's absolutely text neck. So what we're dealing with there is a lot of head forward carriage or anterior head carriage, and that puts a lot of stress on the muscles that support the spine, the nervous system, and it can cause a lot of issues, including numbness and tingling in the hands. It can include headaches, muscle pain in the head and neck, and down into the mid-back as well.
I had a jigsaw puzzle app I had downloaded onto my iPad, and I noticed that when I played it, I held my neck kind of up and strained. After 2 or 3 puzzles, I had to delete it. I thought, this is going to kill me.
Yeah, you have to be really careful with all the technology we have these days. They're great, but we have to compensate for all the postures that we're in. We're sitting all day, we're driving, we're looking at our phones like Eric's doing right now, and
yes.
And all those types of things really put a strain on our head, neck, and our spine. So
I think we're far more educated these days about the value of chiropractic care than probably even 10 years ago, and recognize the value in it, not just when we've hurt our back, right? That would be the only time before that you went. So how often do we need to go in for a chiropractic adjustment to maintain just a healthy lifestyle, even if we're not in pain?
That's a great question. Once you get to a certain point of correction, then what I do is I recommend based on your lifestyle. So if you're holding your adjustments for a week at a time, then great, then we're going to see you once a week. If you're holding your adjustments for a month at a time, we're going to see you once a month. So it really is individual.
All right, there you go. So now let me ask you this. And by the way, I was checking out a text because one of our listeners said Dr. Amanda knows her stuff, and I better stop with the jokes. So
thank you to our listener, because he doesn't hear me when I recommend he stops with the jokes.
All right, so for you, talk about some of the challenges and maybe even some of the rewards of your practice.
Well, the challenges are really dealing with individual patients. So nobody comes in with the same exact pain or problem. So it's really dealing with what's going on with that individual, what do they care about in their life, and really dealing with that and putting a care plan together that's going to work for them and get them back from where they are to their goals and what they want to do. So that's really the challenge, but I love that because in the end, what we see there is amazing results, and when they stick to the care plan, and follow my coaching advice, guess what? We're going to be so much better off.
What are some of the things on the care plan that you recommend people do?
Oh, that's a great question. So you've experienced, both you and Eric have experienced the IntelliSkin shirt.
Oh, yeah.
So go ahead and tell me about what your experience was with that.
All right. So Eric has a T-shirt, and mine is a sports bra, but it's constructed in a way that holds our posture back and just kind of keeps our spine in alignment and keeps us sitting up a little
instead
taller.
Of being all taped up like the athletic tape would do, and getting all those muscles taped into in alignment, the T-shirt
but I think
reminds you.
I think I undo all the good it did when I try to take it off.
It's possible. It does fit like a bit of a rubber glove.
It is snug. But yeah, that's right. What it does is help support the postural muscles. So the goal here is to strengthen the muscles that support the spine. So when you are strengthening those muscles, the adjustment holds longer.
Oh, okay.
So that's one of the tools I use to help reduce the amount of care that you're getting.
Well, Dr. Amanda, I was walking, I was just minding my own business, walking through my neighborhood, and found you at the Highlands Ranch Food Market. What do you call that? The farmers market in the town center. And you of course gave a wonderful free massage, and then you told me, here's another one of those things. You slap your shoulders back and you pull your chin in, and I've been doing that. I found myself doing that ever since I've seen you there, and I feel the muscles getting stronger, and I like the way that it looks.
I think is your dance move.
Right.
There you go. Yeah, you got the chicken neck going on there.
All right. So do you offer massage at your location? Is that a part of it?
That would be a part of it. Right now, I'm in. If there's a massage therapist who's looking for a place to hang their hat, let me know. Give me a call, and we'll see what we can do. So I am looking for a massage therapist at this time.
There you have it. Well, where do they call if they're interested in that, or in signing up for getting some adjustments, just because we need this?
Well, my phone number is 720-446-5577, and you can reach me there, or you can email me at ajones@healthsourcechiro.com.
Okay, give that phone number again.
720-446-5577.
Fantastic. Open, let's see, Mondays 8:30 to 6, Tuesdays 2 to 6, Wednesdays 8:30 to 6.
Just call for an appointment. 720-446-5577. 720-446-5577. Tell our listeners where you're located.
Well, I'm located in the town center area of Highlands Ranch West. So what we do there is on the corner of Broadway and Highlands Ranch Parkway, right next to the Safeway and the UPS store.
Yeah, easy for us. She's actually in our neighborhood, practically in our backyard. And if you know a massage therapist who's looking for a new home to hang their hat in, she's looking for massage therapy in her office as well. Dr. Jones, anything else you want to share with our listeners today?
I thank you guys for having me on. I appreciate you taking the time out.
It's a privilege. Member of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, 5 stars from over 15 votes. Folks, you need to know Dr. Amanda Jones. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
You bet. Folks, don't go anywhere. We come back. More positive business talk. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
You've got a great business, lots of customers, and a catchy tagline. Things are going great, right? Has it ever occurred to you that if you are doing so well in your business, someone else might be trying to copy or steal your concept and make it their own? It happens every day. But don't let it happen to you. You need attorney Steve Replin on your side. Much more than just a lawyer, Steve is a business consultant who knows how to protect what's yours while helping you grow it to success. Call Steve today and CYA. That's Cover Your Assets. 303-322-7919. 303-322-7919.
Computers. We can't live a moment without them. My friend sent me an email recently saying she was having 99 problems and 97 of them were because of email and technology. I hate it when it doesn't work, but I'm stuck with how to get past the lockups, the slow retrieval, and lost data. This is what Binkley IT specializes in. All your computer quirks and hang-ups. They'll take care of you, and often they can do it remotely. Call our friends at Binkley IT and solve your IT puzzle one piece at a time. Call 720-254-1057, 720-254-1057. And if your computer is still working, look them up online at binkleyit.com.
Dude, your wife's hot.
I know, right?
I'm not kidding. Hot.
Yeah, I married up.
I'm trying to tell you, your wife's hot.
Will someone please call Bowman Heating and Air? It's 90 degrees in here.
Don't let anyone else tell you how hot your wife is. Call Bowman Heating and Air today. 303-622-6502. Bowman Heating and Air, keeping couples together and relationships cool. Ask about the preventative maintenance option with a 100% mechanical guarantee. BowmanHVAC.com.
Let's face it, you're stuck. Sure, your business is stable, but you've been floundering it even for too long. It's time to call Stephanie Scheller. Stephanie is a systems, business, and marketing coach who's helped over 300 companies improve their results by setting up systems and holding them accountable to trackable growth. Sometimes all you need is a fresh perspective and a little bit of accountability to break through to the next level of your success story. Call Stephanie today, 210-426-6956, and just talk to her. 210-426-6956. She can help. It's your business. Call today.
Did you get some great customer service today? Did someone make you feel a little happier for doing business with them?
Give them a fan brag. This is Eric, and you can call into Fan Braggin Friday and share your story with me and Angel on the air, or you can write a fan brag at experiencepros.com.
Once you start looking for great customer service, you'll find it's in more places than you thought. Share your great finds with us by calling 855-FAN-BRAG during our Friday show. Kindness is so simple, and we want to hear from you.
As a business owner, you know what it's like to wear a bunch of hats, and we know it too, which is why our very best advice to you is to outsource your accounting to By the Numbers Bookkeeping and Accounting. Philip Aronoff is well known to listeners and members of the Experience Pros Network. He was voted the best bookkeeper in the state of Colorado during the Fan Braggin contest, and he can absolutely help you build your business while making sure your accounting is all taken care of. Call Philip today and take that bookkeeping hat off for good. 720-837-0860. That's 720-837-0860.
Laura Ingram, tomorrow morning at 8, here on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin story of great customer service on Facebook.com/ExperiencePros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. So grateful that you've taken time to tune in today. You may or may not have an email list, but one thing is for certain: if you do, you could be making a huge mistake.
Yep, I found an article from Constant Contact, and of course they're an email service provider and often share out some fun little content for connecting and doing email marketing. And they say you'd love to see new people sign up for your email list, but have you ever thought about what each new sign up really means to your business?
And they're not just names on the list, right?
No, these are people who have opted in to learn more about you, about your product, your business, your services, everything that you have to offer, and chances are you're not the first organization to ask them to sign up.
So here's the big question. What type of experience are you offering these new subscribers after they join your list?
Which, according to Constant Contact, they say while most business owners put a lot of time and energy into getting people onto their list, less actually take the time to create a memorable experience for new subscribers. And we talk about that with customers.
You bet.
We spend all this time and energy to attract customers to us, but what is the memorable experience?
Right, only to turn and say, next, next, next.
Well, this is a big mistake and, of course, a missed opportunity to engage potential customers at a point where they get more interested in what you have to offer. So
I'm not going to leave you hanging, though.
Now, here are some few simple steps, according to Constant Contact, that you can do right now to make a bigger impact with the people that subscribe to your email list.
The first thing is you need to set the stage. When a new subscriber joins your email list, do they really know what they're signing up for?
Most of the time we don't, right? And usually when we end up signing up for your email list, we think we're signing up for something else. We're signing up for a webinar. We're signing up for, to download your ebook. We're signing up for something, which is sneaky now code for, and I'm going to add you to my email list.
Right.
But I'm not actually officially coming there to sign up for your email list, but it is something that you kind of do a bait and switch on. So make sure that you're clearly stating the value and setting the expectations for new subscribers, because otherwise you could be putting these new relationships at risk. Take the time to train your employees and on how to ask customers to join your email list. That everybody in your team knows the benefits of signing up and letting the customers know what they'll receive. And here's the thing, a one-time newsletter followed up by 52 weeks of sales pitches,
Boring and a turn-off.
Not a memorable experience.
Right.
Okay, according to this article, number 2, they say get them in quickly. Once you've set the stage and are clearly stating the benefits of signing up, your next step is to get new subscribers onto the list right away. One common mistake is to collect email addresses on a paper sign-up sheet and wait until it fills up before adding people to the list. I mean, we've seen this at the register, right?
Absolutely.
But if you're waiting days, weeks, or even months before getting people on your list, you're losing their attention.
Absolutely. You got to strike while the iron is hot. If you were using a sign-up sheet, set up weekly, and I suggest even daily reminders to upload new contacts into your account. Simplify the process. Consider trying a tool that allows people to text opt-in, right? Something like that. And of course, with the inbound marketing that it is the way that it is these days, you see these opt-ins on websites all over the place.
All right, and they say that one of the most important emails you will ever send to email subscribers is your welcome email.
Absolutely. It sets the tone.
Absolutely. It's a great opportunity to talk about your business and what the expectations are, where you're going to deliver value, why. You can just kind of reaffirm to them why they made a good decision in signing up. Thank them for the opportunity to serve them. And so a welcome letter that's beautifully crafted. I remember signing up for who's the shoe one? Zappos. Yep. And it was just the way it was worded.
Tickled pink.
Was so much fun, and it explained the culture of who they are. This doesn't have to be a stuffy, auto-generated, your signature has verified and your email is now, make it fun. Thinking of Zappos, we were tickled pink to have you join our group.
Right.
So use language that sets the tone and the culture.
And then the fourth thing is you've got to deliver immediate value right now. Don't just tell people about the value on your list, but actually deliver on that promise right from the start. There's a couple suggestions on how to do that.
They say add a special offer.
Yep.
Or a link to a free resource to your automated welcome email, and set up autoresponders, which allows you to create a series of scheduled messages with additional information about their business. I know Infusionsoft does a big thing. If they opt for A, they get this list of goodies. If they opt for B, they get a different list of goodies. And so making sure that you give them enough time to take advantage of the special offer, that you're doing something just as a treat, a little goodie, a welcome gift. Kind of like when you go somewhere, you used to get little party gifts. Remember you go to birthday parties, get little goodie bags. It's almost like a goodie bag for your email subscribers.
You betcha. Bring the party to your email list. All right, so we've given you the four tips. What are you going to do? How are you going to implement this into your business model? Or are you hitting the nail right on the head every single time as it is?
Yeah, do they understand what they're signing up for? Is it easy to sign up, or is it complicated? They've got to do a bunch of steps. How long does it take to receive your first email? And is every message that your listener receives, is it valuable?
Yeah. there it is. And if not, then you...
I mean, it's pretty basic. And, of course, you think, okay, well, that was it. I mean, of course we should be adding. But too often we are delayed in our emails. We don't actually have a fun welcome and thank you promotion or gift or goodie for our subscribers. And then we don't actually have a good plan of follow-up. And I think that's where the companies that do the best have a consistent follow-up plan for the entire year, working with Pure Communications. They'll help you set up an entire year of marketing so you know every week how you should be connecting with your clients. And you can find them online at PureComm LLC, and it's PureComm LLC, or find them on the Extreme Customer Service Directory, which was voted best in customer service. If you're looking for the best in customer service, Colorado Community Media and all the people that voted said you can find them on the Extreme Customer Service Directory, found only at experiencepros.com.
Speaking of experiencepros.com, if you, as a member of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, have an event that you would like us to publicize out over the airwaves as well as on the website that gets quite a bit of traffic, we'd love to have you post your events on our calendar. And for those of you who are not members, well, what's the holdup? Let's become a member today. Let's sign up. There's a quick and easy little button that says become a member, and we'd love to chat with you. If you offer extreme customer service, I was explaining this to somebody at the event yesterday that we were at. Listen, the only thing that we care about, and we vet a 16-step vetting process for your customer experience. I'm not going to vet you for your financials, and I'm not going to vet you for your background check or any of that. That's not my business. Our business is, do your customers love you?
And that's what we want to know. Do the customers rave about doing business with you? And if you've got raving fans, then you're a great fit for the Extreme Customer Service Directory. And you can check out all the benefits on our website. You can even apply it as an application. We only take 3 companies per demographic category.
Right.
We've got 9 geographic regions. And this way makes it really easy for a customer to find you as well.
That's right.
If you're looking for somebody in, an acupuncturist in Fort Collins or one in Denver, you can divvy it up depending on where you live.
You think of it as the big Twitter stream, right? That big, huge feed that comes down. We kind of are the hashtag that drives traffic straight to you out of that big feed, just simply by being a member of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, our service to the small business community. You find all those information and, of course, everything else you want to know about the Experience Pros at experiencepros.com.
Yeah, while you're there, make sure you check out our event going on Friday. We're actually doing a sample workout over at Orange Theory Fitness. They're actually celebrating their anniversary this weekend. And we're going to do just a 30-minute sample workout at Orange Theory Fitness, followed by happy hour networking, and that's the Orange Theory at Arapahoe and Parker Road.
That's going to be so much fun. I'm looking forward to that. And happy anniversary to Orange Theory Fitness. An anniversary in a small business is big news.
It is absolutely big news. Just they hit a milestone, and think about just how much they had to do and the challenges that they had over that year. So you just kind of want to have a celebration, have some cake, and a chance to breathe and say we made it this far.
Cake after working out?
Oh, I don't.
I'm all about that.
I don't know if we'll actually
you promised.
I don't know if we'll actually have cake.
You promised.
You want cake?
It'll probably be.
You want cake at the gym?
Carrot cake. It's good for you.
Oh, yeah, carrot cake. Yeah, it's like it's veggies.
I don't know.
You probably said it's like salad.
Right.
It's like eating a salad for dessert. Carrot cake.
Come work out with us tomorrow evening. That'd be a lot of fun. All right, listen, we got to take a quick station ID and get the top of the hour news here on KLZ. But I'll tell you what, we're going to be back right after these messages. And in the meantime, we invite you to turn up the volume. Remember to do business with the people who do business with the pros. They put this quality programming on the air for you all the time. We'll be right back after this.
This has been the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
Dana Lash, 8 p.m. weeknights on KLZ 560.
This is Shaquille O'Neal.
And the Shaquettes.
Reminding you that anytime. Anytime is a good time. Good time for the cooling, drying, fresh scent of Gold Bond powder spray. Like after the gym,
Or a crowded elevator ride.
or golf,
Or working with farm animals.
or a hard day's work.
Like sportscasting.
You said it, ladies. Stay cool with Gold Bond powder spray.
Stay cool with Gold Bond.
With CudaSign, paperless e-signing is a no-brainer for any business that requires legally binding signatures fast. That's because CudaSign offers everything you should expect from an electronic signature solution for just $1 per month. CudaSign cuts document turnaround time as much as 90%, thanks in part to its #1 rated mobile app. And CudaSign's secure cloud stores documents for on-demand tracking and retrieval, saving you even more time and money. Don't think twice. Get CudaSign now for just $1 per month. Go to CudaSign.com.
KLZ AM 560, KLZ HD Denver. Listen live at klz560radio.com. KLZ 560.
This is the Blaze Radio News. I'm Chris Barnes. A big victory for the White House thanks to the U.S. Supreme Court.
The Affordable Care Act is here to stay.
President Obama speaking after the U.S. Supreme Court rules 6-3 in favor of upholding taxpayer subsidies in Obamacare. A major win for the Obama administration, the case focusing on nearly 3 dozen states that have not set up health insurance exchanges.
Millions of Americans would have had thousands of dollars worth of tax credits taken from them. For many, insurance would have become unaffordable again. Ultimately, everyone's premiums could have gone up.
White House candidate and Republican Senator Marco Rubio disappointed in the ruling.
I disagree with their decision. I believe Obamacare is bad for Americans, bad for the country. You have a lot of people out there today that are receiving Obamacare coverage through a subsidized exchange who, when they get to the hospital, are being hit with a $4,000 bill because they have a high deductible.
Despite the High Court's ruling, Rubio says he hopes it doesn't mean Obamacare is here to stay. Meanwhile, House Speaker John Boehner says it's not, restating GOP commitment to repealing and replacing it. Donald Trump's telling it like it is style, costing him another business partnership. Many Donald Trump supporters say he's just telling it like it is, when he says during his campaign announcement earlier this month,
they're bringing drugs. They're bringing crime.
But those remarks Trump makes about Mexican illegals in the U.S. during that announcement now prompting Univision to announce it's ending its partnership with the Miss Universe organization, as Trump is that organization's part owner. Following his announcement speech, Trump does say,
people have to be alerted to the fact that we are getting some really bad characters coming into this country.
Trump speaking there on Fox News in Washington. And it's a somber day in Charleston, South Carolina. Funerals beginning for the 9 people killed in the historic African-American church last week. The city taking steps to keep protesters from disrupting those memorial services. This is news on the Blaze Radio Network. Truth lives.
The Blaze Radio News on KLZ 560 Denver. John Rush during the afternoon rush today at 3 on KLZ 560.
You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business, and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros radio show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us today. We're here to remind you that small business is big business. Your business is our business.
So scrolling through Facebook, I found my friend Tom had posted this fun little story this morning. He says, so I bought some shirts online, and they arrived yesterday. And at dinner, I'm asking my daughter if she liked her shirt and if it fit. And she said it was a little big.
Oh.
I said, well, that's not such a bad thing. You'll grow into it.
Oh, no.
Not 10 minutes later, I'm asking my wife about the shorts she bought me at Costco earlier that day. I go look at them and notice they're the wrong size. I say, these are a size 38. I thought I told you I was a size 36. Without missing a beat, his daughter says, don't worry, Dad. You'll grow into them.
Yeah.
Of course, his wife could not stop laughing.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. It's not so funny on the receiving end of that, right?
No,
for little kids.
Well, and Tom, let me just throw this out at you. You never want to tell your daughter, don't worry, you'll grow into it. I mean, for Pete's sake.
Oh, I think she's going to be okay from that. They're still growing, right? As children, they are still growing. I remember thinking that our children were growing. I remember when they got their letter jackets for high school, and going out and picking them out. And the shop owner really encouraged them to get the next size bigger because you're going to grow into it, he said. But they were, juniors in high school.
Right.
And they never did grow into that. And they still look at that. They're like, Mom, they made us get the one bigger. And they were really kind of bummed about that whole thing because their jackets are still, to this day, 2 years later after college, or after high school, still too big.
And the last thing you want to do is say, well, just have another burrito. I mean, really, that's not nice.
Could you just go eat a couple more cheeseburgers?
Stop that. Hey, you've heard of muscle memory, right?
Sure.
And I think there's something to it that your muscles kind of know stuff.
They get bored.
You're right.
They get bored. They need you to change it up a bit, especially when you're working out.
It may be. Well, there's one gamer who is pretty amazing. He blindfolded. He ran the entire game of Super Mario World. All the scenes, the whole game, did in 23 minutes and 14 seconds, set a new world record. Blindfolded.
Blindfolded?
Right.
Nuh-uh. He had to have little peepholes in his blindfold.
And all that stuff. He went all the way through the entire game blindfolded. 23 minutes, 14 seconds.
Aren't there things like being thrown at you and tossed at you and...
Actually did it on video. Yeah. There's enemies jumping around and you have to avoid and you have to all of it. Did the whole thing on video, and that's pretty amazing. 23 minutes, 14 seconds, all blindfolded, did it.
What can you do blindfolded?
Just about nothing.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I think anything that you're used to doing while looking, now to have a blindfold on.
Now, I will make the case that I think that if you want to really see things clearly,
get to the bathroom in the dark, in the middle of the night, without bumping into my footboard, probably like 8 out of 10 times.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Do you have your eyes open?
They're open, but it's dark.
It's dark.
It's dark, yeah.
It's not that dark.
It is.
It's never that dark.
Well, it is when you've been sleeping. You haven't adjusted to the light yet. Sure it is.
Then close your eyes.
Why would I close them?
Because
I wasn't trying to do it blind.
Same. If it's the same.
I wasn't trying to be blind. I'm just saying I've done it.
There's enough ambient light for you to see the
multiple times. In the middle of the night, I have not adjusted.
Hey, when we come back, we'll talk a little more about some positive business talks. What we do.
You don't know. My room could be very dark. It could be pitch black.
You're right. I absolutely don't know, but I'm just saying.
Your room is probably pitch black too.
No.
You don't think so? In the middle of the night? No, because your TV's on.
TV's on all the time.
TV's on. I don't keep my TV on.
So you did, but you know what? It's just not that dark. Do you have a window?
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's not that dark. We'll be right back after these messages.
The Experienced Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Finding care for an aging parent or loved one can be a simple and hassle-free process with Home Care Assistance Denver by your side. They are locally owned and provide hourly as well as 24/7 live-in services by caregivers that are custom-matched based on client needs. They personalize every care plan to fit your loved one's very specific needs. Call them today to schedule your free in-home assessment. 720-443-3371. 720-443-3371. More information can be found at homecareassistancedenver.com. They love serving your loved ones. Call now, 720-443-3371.
When your IT person says your VPN's PPTP failed because the IP conflict caused a protocol failure, all you seem to hear is blah blah money, blah blah last time. We're C-Squared Computer Consulting, and we speak geek fluently, but we translate when talking to you. When you understand the issues, you can better prioritize your money and time. Our managed services provide a stable spending model with system monitoring and trust. Call C-Squared Computer Consulting today at 303-933-1113 or go to c2cc.net.
Are you providing benefits for your employees? There are many ways to help them and also help yourself using tax-deferred plans, executive bonuses, and the like. Talk about it with someone you trust. Call me today, and let's explore what is the best answer for you. 720-356-6474. 720-356-6474. This is Jim Smith with Prudential. Tune in every Monday morning for more tips at 11:35 right here on the Experienced Pros radio show.
The Extreme Customer Service Directory is the go-to place for finding the companies who have the best customer testimonials. Plus, to make it even easier, we narrowed down the field to only 3 companies in your area. If you need a printer in the metro area, we have it. If you need ink and toner, we have it. The Extreme Customer Service Directory is one of the most visited directories in the state, and it's all yours to view for free at experiencepros.com. experiencepros.com for the best in customer service. When you're looking for the best, think Experience Pros. You can feel good about doing business with the pros.
Friends, this is Eric, and I want to turn you on to a fantastic bi-monthly patriotic newsletter I've discovered. It's called The Pen, and it's a compilation of numerous patriotic writers packed with political information that you won't find in the newspaper. Contact my friend Beth Ann for a free sample copy at csctalkradio.com or send $24.95 to P.O. Box 73, California, Missouri 65018 to receive The Pen for an entire year. The Pen, promoting liberty and keeping patriots informed. Subscribe today. csctalkradio.com. That's csctalkradio.com.
Advertising is really effective, especially for small business. Turn your company into a household name by advertising on the Experience Pros radio show. We'll help you build a trusted reputation with the professionals who listen to the program. You'll connect with the right audience and at the right price. Advertise with the Experience Pros radio show. Sign up at experiencepros.com and put your brand on the tip of your customer's tongue. Sign up today and start advertising with the Experience Pros at experiencepros.com.
Dana Lash, tonight at 8 on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/The Revolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros radio show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros radio show, where I have been educated by your husband.
Oh.
Jay texts me and says, "It is dark in my room at night." Okay.
Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you.
Which just underscores my comment. Angel, close your eyes. No need to open them. It's one less step.
I don't need to have my eyes closed. It's already dark. I wasn't trying to do it in the dark. I wasn't trying to be
blind.
My
goodness. Jay, thanks for the text. Appreciate you. Put a big smile on my face. My cheeks still hurt. 10 questions to ask when you're interested in franchising your business. Are you interested?
I just love that he came to my rescue. I just want to say.
Yeah?
Yeah, because you're like, your room isn't dark. You're like arguing with me.
Well, you know, I can't argue with your husband because he's not here.
And you could not argue with him if he was.
Of course, he's known to show up. So maybe we can have this conversation.
Maybe we should stop this conversation because you were wrong.
I was wrong?
You were wrong.
I don't know about
you
that.
are wrong.
It's a little extreme.
You are wrong.
It's kind of like the extremity of your darkness.
I'm going to get a picture of my room in the middle of the night, and you're going to see there's no ambient light.
Mm-hmm. And how will I know that wasn't just a black square that you just sent me?
All right, so you have issues.
I don't have issues.
You're like, now I don't trust you. I don't trust you to take the picture that is truly accurate because, Angel, I am right, and Angel, you are wrong about your own life, your own experience, of which I know nothing.
He's pulling a U-turn in the airplane and flying his way right over here. He's going to hover right outside. I guess they don't hover very well, but the window here. All right. Okay, I was wrong. Your room is pitch black, and close your eyes when you walk to the restroom, that's all.
Close your eyes while you do the rest of the show, that's all.
Let's see if I can do it.
See if you can do anything. See if you can even get through this segment with your eyes closed for the whole time. Shut them up.
I can't
Shut them up.
through this segment without you. So let's do this together. What do you say?
All right.
All right. Are you thinking about franchising your business?
His eyes are open.
Oh, for God's sakes. What do I do with you?
Go ahead.
No. I'll try again. If you're thinking about franchising, just checking, your business, you need to know a few things. First of all, what are the resources that you have available to you? You know, how much is it going to cost?
Probably more than you think. It's like going on vacation. Mm-hmm. Twice as much money, half as many clothes. It is probably everything. Every time I want to do something, I go to look it up and check it out. It is always twice as much as I think it's going to be.
Absolutely.
And I'm that person in the room going, really?
Right.
Dang, how am I always off on this?
I don't know.
But anyways, many options. Think about how people finance their franchise. They take out their 401k. They take out a second mortgage on their house. They get startup money and Kickstarter money, and so think upwards of $50,000 to $100,000.
Maybe even $150,000.
Yeah.
Because what you're doing is you're talking about marketing, legal, and operations fees, right? Just to launch your franchising operation from day one, and so it could be very, very expensive. How much of a royalty percentage should you be collecting? There's another thing that you should start thinking about. What do you think?
Well, I think you should work with somebody that's a professional that's going to help you with that.
I want 50% of every dollar
Well,
you make.
I mean, there's an element of a perpetual royalty that is kind of established in the industry that is built in. Probably a pre-agreed cut that's typically between 4 to 6%.
Correct.
Though it's all over the board.
Some franchise fees climb as much as 25%. And again, it depends on what their purchase. Their buy-in determines a lot.
A lot more. They might give you more on the front side, so then you'll pay a higher royalty later, or they could ask for more on the front side for a less royalty later. But either way, it kind of works out to the same.
Absolutely. So are you going to get a one-time franchise fee on the front side, or are you going to collect on a monthly basis?
It kind of even depends on what you're trying to set up for your lifestyle going forward. Do you need all the cash now, or is it kind of nicer to have that royalties coming in later?
Absolutely. Here's another thing you probably want to know. How much do you stand to make? If I'm a franchisor with 500 franchisees, each who own their own store, and if every store does $500,000 a year in gross sales, I'm getting 5% of that franchise. You're going to get $25,000 a year times 500. Boom. That's $12.5 million in a year. Not all bad, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you. Most franchisors don't have 500 franchisees. It typically starts with 1, maybe 10. So
it takes a while to get up to. Think about any business you've ever started. How long does it take before you're actually profitable? And those first 3 years are typically you're putting everything you earn right back into growing that company. And the bigger the companies, maybe that might even last a little longer. But just know those first 3 years are typically not very profitable for a new company.
And by the way, you should be well aware of the fact that franchising is littered with complicated legal issues. You need an attorney whose area of expertise is franchise law. You're going to pay a little more for a specialist, of course, but I'm telling you, almost every franchise I've ever known or worked with has disenchanted or disillusioned franchisees who, at one point or another, break the contract and or challenge their legal
the nice
status.
thing is that it's a turnkey. You've got an established brand. You've got established marketing. There's a lot that you're kind of buying into. But like anything, if you don't work it as a business, it's not turnkey success. It's just a turnkey operation that you've bought into. The success is really dependent on you, the people you hire, your leadership, your customer service. There's so many elements to it. But like anything, you get out of it what you put into it. And so if you don't have a good relationship with your franchisor, if you don't understand what you're buying into, that the parameters in what you're buying aren't clearly laid out in a written contract that everybody has agreed to, of course down the road you're going to have trouble.
Absolutely. Communication goes a long way, and there's all too often not a lot of that. Here's the next question. How do you attract potential franchisees? How do you get the word out about your opportunity? And you want to set up booths at, or perhaps even be present at franchise industry trade shows? Do you want to go to the International Franchise Expo? What about a franchise broker? There are lots and lots of different options, and I'm telling you, you can expect to pay them a fee between $10,000 and $15,000 just for getting new franchisees.
Well, but they're out there doing the hard work.
Sure.
So anytime you've got somebody else doing the hard work, there's a price to be paid for that. But they are usually bringing you more qualified leads than your brother-in-law.
Yes. All right. So there you have it. Lots of different tips on if you want to franchise your business. And by the way, it's a very attractive model, but there are lots of hoops to jump through. So maybe I'll post this because I think it's a valuable resource, this article, on our Facebook page. We'll be back right after these messages with more positive business talk, business tips, and insights coming up next on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe is the official fitness sponsor of the Experience Pros radio show. This is Angel, and Orange Theory is the energizing group fitness concept that is sweeping the nation. Experience the orange effect at the location Eric and I work out at. It's Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. You'll see more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours. Call for a free Saturday session at 303-645-4290. That's 303-645-4290. We'll see you at Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
The business professionals at Extreme Relationship Management know that networking is one of the best ways to create word-of-mouth marketing for your business. They also know that many of you feel like it's a complete waste of time. The difference is knowing how to network and what to do with all those business cards that you collect. Tune in every Thursday to learn about the ERM networking laws, and be sure to sign up for the next ERM class. Extreme Relationship Management offers training and events to help you realize how rewarding networking can be. Train it the ERM way. Find them online at extremerelationshipmanagement.com and call 855-I-LIKE-ERM to find out more about their next class.
Let's face it, most phone systems are old and outdated, or they're so complicated it takes a PhD just to change your voicemail. Introducing Edgetronics, your answer to all your business telephone needs. Edgetronics is authorized and certified by Avia, and they'll not only replace your old phones with new solutions, they'll train your staff on how to get the most out of them. Proudly serving up and down the Front Range for over 10 years, Edgetronics wants to be your next phone system provider. Call them today at 303-766-1699 or online at Edgetronics, that's with an X.com.
Gentlemen, it's time to step it up a notch. I'm talking about your clothing. Sure, we're all super casual here in Colorado, but there's something to be said for dressing to match your market. You need personal stylist Michelle Martinez. Michelle will come to where you are, custom measure you for an unmatched fit, and help you find your next outfit, all without breaking the bank. Luxury starts with premium materials, and Michelle's got the best Italian fabrics. And talk about value, your clothes delivered straight to you, saving you tons. Call Michelle today, 720-261-4914. That's 720-261-4914.
Landlords, listen up. If you have investment property, you need Legacy Properties PM. Devin Bewley will absolutely get you the highest rent possible, handle every imaginable emergency, and make sure that your property is well cared for. He visits every property regularly and knows that he's working for you. Legacy Properties PM, where their promise to you is simple. If your property isn't earning you money, you owe them nothing. There's nothing to lose. 720-989-1996. Mention Experience Pros and they'll waive the first month's management fee.
Stop calling around looking for the best mortgage rates and call ALMC Mortgage. ALMC Mortgage matches you with the right mortgage for your needs every single time. Now's the right time to finance. Call ALMC Mortgage today at 303-696-6933. 303-696-6933. Check out today's current rates and questions you should ask about your mortgage at almcmortgage.com. almcmortgage.com.
LMB number 100020432, NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
The Dana Show with Dana Lash, tonight at 8 on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros radio show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Hey, welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you with us today. This business tip and insight brought to you by RMK Cartridge. Bringing the color back into your life. They can take care of your ink and toner cartridge refills and remanufacturing their cartridges for 30 to 50% off of original equipment manufacturers' prices. What that means to you is you're going to get a guaranteed quality product at almost half off. And my goodness, why wouldn't you do that? Do what the pros do. Go with RMK Cartridge, rmkcartridge.com, or 303-781-2076.
You know what? I'll tell you what. You look at how much you spend on some of those ink and toner cartridges.
Oh, man.
and think about the value and how much more quality you're going to get from RMK cartridge, and you're going to save a ton. rmkcartridge.com.
It's no mystery that women rule the world, and you know that by 2020, Alexander Hamilton is going to be replaced on the $10 bill with the face of a woman. Here's the truth. If you accept the fact that women rule the world, this is going to go down a lot easier. We got 10 inspirational quotes from women business leaders.
All right, I bring them on.
All right, you know Sarah Blakely.
Why do you say it like that?
Popular woman in business.
Uh-huh.
She's the founder of Spanx.
So all women
bow
at her feet. She is a goddess.
I don't know that you know her, but I'm just saying.
Just saying. Angel, you know.
I didn't.
The woman who founded Spanx. Of course, Angel, you know her.
No.
Of course, Angel.
That's not the way that is that the way it sounded? Because that's not the way it came out. This is Sarah's quote, and I think it's probably pretty powerful. Don't be intimidated by what you don't know. That can be your greatest strength, and ensure that you do things differently from everyone else.
Nice. Very nice.
You know, I mean, heck, there's no stretching that one out.
No. In fact, do you think about Spanx? It's worth approximately $1 billion. It's expanded to jeans and yoga wear, and it is still a privately owned company. And I will tell you what, yes, we all bow down at the woman who made Spanx.
Oh, wait a minute. Spanx is expanded to jeans?
Mm-hmm.
Are those pajama jeans?
I don't know. I haven't seen them. I just read it.
It
makes sense in the yoga wear thing.
If they're the skinny jeans, then now they're
yeah, maybe but these are the new skinny jeans, and so they won't cut off your circulation, and you won't end up in the hospital.
There you go.
Because they probably breathe a little.
Do Spanx breathe? I don't know.
I don't.
Never tried.
Stop.
Okay.
Just move on.
Sheryl Sandberg, she's the COO of Facebook. I like her quote. Should I read it?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
What, do you not want to read it? Are you afraid of her?
I didn't know if you want to.
Are you afraid to know?
I'm not afraid of Facebook.
You afraid to read it?
No.
You could read it.
Option A is not available, so let's kick the poo-poo out of option B.
All right. You think about, she's always been very frank with her words of courage.
Yeah.
And I think just her story about following the death of her husband has just been incredible. There was a tribute that she posted on him last month, and it was just very moving.
Absolutely.
And
it really came out of a comment about her husband who had just passed. She says, I want Dave. I want option A. However, since option A is not available, we're going to kick the stuffing out of option B.
Yeah, so she's going to resolve to honor his memory.
There you go.
And very brave.
Love this lady, Lori Grenier, the inventor of QVC, QVC host, and the Shark Tank, one of the sharks. She says this: "Dear optimist, pessimist, and realist, while you guys were busy arguing about the glass of wine, I drank it. Sincerely, the opportunist."
I was going to say, I've seen all those. Is the glass half empty, half full? There's half. It's got half water, so it's always half full. Or the marketing and salesperson says, "I sold it."
Right. All right, here's Melody Hobson of Ariel Investments. She says, if we can learn to deal with our discomfort and just relax into it, we'll have a better life.
Oh, all right. So she, Ariel Investments, and chairwoman of several boards, including Disney Animation, and she speaks from experience about being accustomed to discomfort. She's actually a standout African-American female leader in the finance sector.
All right. Did you know Mary Kate Ash? Did you know that she's a real person?
Yes.
Oh.
You didn't know?
I thought they were twins on Full House.
Oh, no.
I didn't.
No, Mary Kay really is the founder of Mary Kay.
Just being facetious.
Oh, no, you're not. You didn't know.
Are you kidding me?
You didn't know.
I knew that. Mary Kay Cosmetics. Aerodynamically, the bumblebee shouldn't be able to fly, but the bumblebee doesn't know that, so it goes on flying anyway.
Yeah, so did you know that the bumblebee is actually her symbol? She always wore a bumblebee on her lapel.
I even know that that's part of the logo of the Mary Kay symbol.
So then why you got to joke around and do the whole Mary Kay and Ashley thing?
Because it's funny.
All right.
That's why.
All right.
Barbara Corcoran, another Shark Tank investor. She's a real estate magnate as well. She says this: the difference between successful people and others is how long they spend time feeling sorry for themselves.
Oh, she's not kidding. And you know the people that just are always feeling sorry for themselves, right? They're always changing their mind. They're always changing businesses. They're always struggling with something, and they just can't ever get a leg up. But when you stop feeling sorry for yourself and start recognizing that some of those challenges, they're just part of your story and they're part of your blessing. And, you know, we all have to struggle in order to truly succeed. We have to be sad so that we can truly feel happiness.
And this woman knows what she's talking about. She started a real estate group called the Corcoran Group in 1973 for $1,000 in seed money, turned it into an empire, and later sold it for $60 million.
Good for her, yeah. Wow. She's got it going on.
Right. Eileen Fisher, the fashion designer, she says, life-fulfilling work is never about the money. When you feel true passion for something, you instinctively find ways to nurture it. We talk about prioritization, right?
Absolutely. Think about it. There are just some people, how in the world are they still in business? How did they make it? How did they get through those challenges and those struggles? Well, their passion, they are obsessive about it, and they just find a way, and they don't let the challenges keep them down.
Melinda Gates, the co-founder of Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, she says this: if you're successful, it's because somewhere, sometimes, someone gave you a life or an idea that started you in the right direction. Remember also that you're indebted to life until you help someone less fortunate of yourself, just as you were helped.
You know, there's a beautiful video going around on Facebook of this little child who got in trouble for shoplifting and the man that came to his rescue, and how later on he was able to repay that as an adult and take care of them. He carried that his whole life. Always remember that just that kindness, that lifting, that helping somebody out. And I think about some of the best ideas that have ever come to Experience Pros weren't from Eric and wasn't from Angel. It was from somebody else.
You bet.
That has just poured into us, and we were open enough to say, yes, we'll take that idea and we'll jump with it.
And quick to acknowledge. And finally, Ariana Huffington, the editor-in-chief of the Huffington Post, she says, we need to accept that we won't always make the right decisions, that we're going to screw up royally sometimes. Understanding that failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of success.
Absolutely. We've all struggled, right? We've all fallen. By golly, we sure got back up, pulled up our bootstraps, and said we're going to get this thing done.
That's exactly it. Hey, listen, when we come back, one of our really cool favorite guests is back with us. Germany Kent, you may remember just a couple of months ago we had her on the show, and she really told us you are what you tweet. Well, she's back, and she's going to bring it again. So turn up the volume. You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Get your payroll and employee paperwork done efficiently, effectively, and economically with Employer Essentials. Free up your time, free up your money, and let Employer Essentials help your business grow. They handle all of your payroll and HR needs at EmployerEssentials.com or call 303-734-9436. 303-734-9436.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
When you work from home, you run the risk of setting up a makeshift workspace in the corner or somewhere off to the side of your bedroom. It's not really a home office. It just happens to be your office at home. Let Helene's Designs help you create a productive workspace that transforms you from hobbyist into an innovative CEO ready to be featured in a magazine spread. Take charge of your home office and call Helene's Designs. You're the CEO. Make sure your home office looks like it. 720-233-7302. 720-233-7302.
Let's face it, you're stuck. Sure, your business is stable, but you've been floundering it even for too long. It's time to call Stephanie Scheller. Stephanie is a systems, business, and marketing coach who's helped over 300 companies improve their results by setting up systems and holding them accountable to trackable growth. Sometimes all you need is a fresh perspective and a little bit of accountability to break through to the next level of your success story. Call Stephanie today, 210-426-6956, and just talk to her. 210-426-6956. She can help. It's your business. Call today.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
Every day, hundreds, if not thousands of people are searching online for what your business has to offer. SharpNet Solutions can help you get found, just like they did for Vera at Love Bug Matchmaking.
SharpNet has really helped our business expand to 60 miles around our business. Being able to be seen online and being able to be seen through searches has made an enormous difference.
SharpNetSolutions.com or 303-900-4988.
Each year, high school students from around the world begin the adventure of a lifetime by studying in the United States. Academic Year in the USA, AUSA, invites your family to become a part of the adventure. To host a student or to study abroad, call us at 1-888-55-AY-USA.
Laura, tomorrow morning at 8 on KLZ 560.
The experienced pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Where do I go when I don't have a friend? Where do I go at another day's end? Nobody loves me, somebody loves me on Twitter.
Welcome back to the Experienced Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us today. You know, you've heard us say it. You've heard Germany can't say it. You are what you tweet. But today, Germany is joining us, and she's going to help us understand Twitter profiles.
Absolutely. Creating an effective profile, according to Germany, is one of the single most important things you'll ever do on Twitter. And you can't have a successful Twitter presence without it. But Germany says most of us don't put nearly enough time into this critical calling card. Germany Kent, Hollywood actress and social media influencer. Make sure you get a copy of her newest book, You Are What You Tweet. Harness the power of Twitter to create a happier, healthier life. Germany, welcome back to the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Hey, Angel. Hey, Eric. How are you guys doing?
Germany, we are doing fantastic. I am so happy to have you back on the show today.
It's my pleasure, Eric. Thank you so much for bringing me back.
You bet. Let's talk about these Twitter profiles, because how hard can it be? I just need to throw up a picture, although I know some people don't even do that, and just jot down a website, right?
Well, you know what? It's a great marketing tool, and if you're not using it like it's your business card, you're making a huge mistake. So the first thing that you need to do is get in the right mindset and think about the Twitter profile as your business card. You know, put as much time into designing that profile as you would designing your business card, just all the details, all the bells and whistles. You really need to be focused on what message you want to send out to everybody.
You know, and I think that I often look at people's Twitter profiles when I'm trying to decide, do I really want to follow them? Do I want to be connected to them?
Absolutely. Angel, that's a great point, you know, and you have to work in your own personality. You know, an interesting byproduct of our preference for transparency is that we like people who seem real, right? Especially on social media. So you want to hear that, you know, this person likes to engage in the beach, or they like to cook, or whatever it is that makes you you. You know, it's what motivates you, what makes you tick, what do you have a knack for? You know, what do you like? What's your outlook on life? Those are all the things that people need to see right away when they search you up right away.
Germany, I got a question for you. I mean, I'm looking at somebody's profile right now. It says actress, model, host, award-winning marketing, HR pro and speaker, happy beachgoer, music lover, high on life, grateful. You've got 160 characters to capture the essence of somebody's much larger in life than that.
Listen, that profile sounds very familiar, Eric. I think that maybe...
Did I mention Drop Dead Gorgeous? Did I mention that? I'm pretty sure I should have said that as well.
You're sweet. You're so sweet,
All right,
Eric. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. But, you know, you have to engage people right away. I mean, you have to get their attention. You have to put something down that will allow people to know something about you. So, like Angel said, they would want to follow you. That's so important. And you have to do that right away, because you're competing with 400 million other people. So important.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of people.
That is a lot of
you
people.
know, it's a great marketing tool, and one of the things that you know, if you look on my profile, you'll see a link to IMDb.
Right.
On my other profile, there's a link to my LinkedIn. You are really missing out on a great marketing tool if you're not including your links to your podcast, to your blog, to your website, to your About Me, your LinkedIn, whatever it is that you have that's on another site. Reroute all of your visitors to that site. Say, hey, there's more of me over there if you're interested. And that's what you have to do. You have to sell that without selling it.
Sell that without selling it. And I'll tell you what, you want to see somebody who's got an excellent profile. It is our guest, Germany Kent, and you can find her at Germany Kent on Twitter. All right, so you know we're limited in what we can use and what we can put on there, and we're kind of thinking of that, you know, as that business card. Keywords. I mean, shouldn't I just do like hashtags and a bunch of keywords? Business, customer service, author, just do a bunch of keywords in there?
You know, you could, Angel. I've seen it work beautiful for a lot of people, but, you know, you have to understand that hashtags are going to limit you to those particular communities. And for those people who don't understand Twitter or may not know what the hashtag is, that's when you use the # with no spaces and type a word or group of words together. Example, start living, stop existing, be positive, love your life, motivation, whatever it is, those are your daily habits, things that you think about all the time that leads you to want to have that positive social media experience. And those hashtags will allow you to connect with other people because it's a wonderful database for you to find other people who are doing what you're doing. But you have to be careful if you only use hashtags because you're limiting yourself to those groups. You're basically saying, these are the only things that I'm interested in. And you may turn some people off who may say, oh, well, you know what, I see that she likes this and she likes that, but she also engages in, you know, book reviews or, you know, chasing dreams or on being on the go with her kids or whatever other things that you're doing. So I always recommend that people mix it up. It's all about connecting with other people. You know, sure, it's a who you know kind of thing, but it's also a who you can meet. And networking is all about getting to know other people who have different interests sometimes than what you have. I always think of it as a big meetup. You know, when you go to a convention, like think about the last convention you went to, and everybody has their name badges, and sometimes it'll have like their state, where they're from. You know, they may have a hobby on there, and it makes them interesting. Twitter is no different. It's like a big Chamber of Commerce meeting.
Ever the heart of the educator, and I'll tell you what, you just clearly, I mean, you, from explaining what a hashtag is, thank you, to reducing Twitter down to something that's processable by the mainstream.
In all seriousness, it is a Chamber of Commerce mixer, but it's also like an outrageous party. You know, a way for you to create your own opportunities. And business people especially, I will tell you that when it comes to personal branding, your social media profile.
And we may have just lost Germany. Germany, we're going to put you on hold for just a second while we try to reestablish our connection with you. Our guest is Germany Kent. You can find her, guess where?
On Twitter.
Twitter, that's right, at Germany Kent, and I'm telling you something. She's bringing some really good, valuable information to us. I think we've reestablished a connection there with her. Germany, are you there?
I'm here.
All right. Let's talk a little bit about showing confidence, but not arrogance.
Oh, definitely. You know, you have to understand that your brand that you put out, it starts with the attitude that you put out on the media. And it's all about the positivity, you boosting your awareness, but yet creating that credibility and having a market presence. If you want to increase sales, don't do it in a silly way. You know, you don't have to make it known that you're the salesman of the month, like every month. You know, you don't have to broadcast that. Create a link so that people can see what you're doing, so that it kind of promotes what you're doing, but you're not out there bragging about it. And I think a lot of people are turned off about that. And so you have to just kind of be aware that it's an investment in knowledge, but everybody is looking for something that allows them to have a voice and to have meaning. That's what social media is about. It's our social responsibility when we get on there. So definitely have a voice, but make it known that you are the voice for the people. Like, maximize human potential.
I love that you're talking about taking so much time to put into this Twitter profile, Germany, talking about who you are, what you stand for, what you represent, the kind of people you want to attract, who you want to do business with. And I think I still see people that have just like that little egg as their Twitter profile.
I know it. I know it. You know, Twitter is just so much deeper than 140 characters. It just is. The amazing thing about Twitter to me is how people you've never met can inspire you and make you laugh, or, you know, even make you feel good about yourself with a quote or something that they tweet. And if you like it, you're going to retweet them. So it's a cycle of positivity. And if you start to look at it that way, it can really make a difference in your life. But the biggest thing that people have to be concerned about, and this is in all seriousness, don't post anything that you don't want quoted or retweeted.
That is Life 101. That is brilliant.
Right.
All right, our guest is Germany Kent. You are what you tweet. Harness the power of Twitter to create a happier, healthier life. That book came out just last month.
Last month. Self-help guide packed with tools, tips, tricks, and secrets for strategies for mastering Twitter and turning it into a powerful vehicle for self-transformation. You have to pick up a copy of this book. We're all confused about how to use Twitter. Follow Germany Kent on Twitter. Do what she does and follow her and get involved. Germany, anything else we want to share with our audience today?
Be positive, stay happy, and don't let the negativity of the world get you down.
Germany Kent, you are hashtag rockstar. Thank you so very much for joining us again.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Angel. Thank you so much.
You bet. We look forward to talking with you again soon. Folks, don't go anywhere when we come back. More positive business talk. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Women-owned businesses are on the rise, but where do you go when the bank says no? Ladies, you know it's tough to secure the capital necessary to launch or develop a new business. You need to know attorney Steve Replin of the Replin Law Group. Steve specializes in helping women secure hard money lending when no one else will step up. You have an ally in Steve Replin. He has the knowledge and resources to get you the money you need to grow your business. Call Steve today. It's Money in the Bank, your bank. 303-322-7919 or replinlawgroup.com.
Computers. We can't live a moment without them. My friend sent me an email recently saying she was having 99 problems and 97 of them were because of email and technology. I hate it when it doesn't work, but I'm stuck with how to get past the lockups, the slow retrieval, and lost data. This is what Binkley IT specializes in. All your computer quirks and hang-ups. They'll take care of you, and often they can do it remotely. Call our friends at Binkley IT and solve your IT puzzle one piece at a time. Call 720-254-1057, 720-254-1057. And if your computer is still working, look them up online at binkleyit.com.
The Extreme Customer Service Directory is the go-to place for finding the companies who have the best customer testimonials. Plus, to make it even easier, we narrowed down the field to only 3 companies in your area. If you need a printer in the metro area, we have it. If you need ink and toner, we have it. The Extreme Customer Service Directory is one of the most visited directories in the state, and it's all yours to view for free at experiencepros.com. Experiencepros.com for the best in customer service. When you're looking for the best, think Experience Pros. You can feel good about doing business with the pros.
Attention business owners, if you're waiting 30 to 60 days or more to get paid, Riviera Finance can turn your invoices into immediate cash flow. Let them help. Their process is simple and no debt is created. Riviera Finance is located right here in Denver. They've been helping companies across the U.S. for over 40 years. So if you bill on credit but need better cash flow, call Jack Loudon at Riviera Finance now at 303-409-7706. That's 303-409-7706 or visit RivieraFinance.com.
As a business owner, you know what it's like to wear a bunch of hats, and we know it too, which is why our very best advice to you is to outsource your accounting to By the Numbers Bookkeeping and Accounting. Philip Aronoff is well known to listeners and members of the Experience Pros Network. He was voted the best bookkeeper in the state of Colorado during the Fan Braggin contest, and he can absolutely help you build your business while making sure your accounting is all taken care of. Call Philip today and take that bookkeeping hat off for good. 720-837-0860. That's 720-837-0860.
I remember the moment
long term. Several of us were working to rescue a family. The house collapsed on top of the solid door. Trapped.
We had to use Humvees and heavy machinery to move massive trees and debris.
We got them out. We helped a lot of people out. It felt good to know I could really make a difference.
Because I'm a citizen soldier in the National Guard.
Be there the moment your community needs you. Learn more at nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Colorado National Guard. Aired by the Colorado Broadcasters Association and this station.
Dana Lash, tonight at 8 on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin' story of great customer service on Facebook.com/Experience Pros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back. Would you know a success story if you saw it before it happened?
Before it happened?
Uh-huh.
Just that you see, like, okay, that's success in the making.
Yes.
You think that, okay, that's going to be really good someday.
Do you know how to identify success before it became successful?
You know, I think that there are times where I can look at somebody or I could talk with somebody, spend some time with somebody and say, you've got it. That person they have what it takes, and you feel it. But to recognize, no, I don't think so.
14 and a half years ago, I met somebody that I knew would be phenomenally successful into the future, not knowing anything beyond the moment. But I met you.
Yeah, but that was 14 years ago. It took me a long way to kind of wiggle my way through that.
You know, we're still rolling out the story of life, right? But I knew
someday, and Eric and I actually even said this the other day, you know, the whole thing about 10 years.
10-year success.
To an overnight success.
Right.
We're 6 years in on the radio. We got 4 more years.
4 more years to make an overnight success.
Yeah.
No, I looked at you 14 years ago and I said, that woman has greatness and the ability to articulate that greatness to others. And here we are, many years later, and it's just it's a beautiful thing to watch. The angel's wings, if you will.
I think there are just some people you look at them and think, you know, they're not going to let anything get them down. They're not going to let anything stop them or derail them. They've got vision. They've got that je ne sais quoi, right, about them, that you're just like, they've got that thing. They've got the it. They've got that factor that is just necessary. But actually watching the success, I don't know, are there telltale signs?
There are telltale signs, and Steve Tabak has put together a list of identifiers to future success. You ready for this?
No, so Shark Tank probably has this list too.
Oh, yeah. The first one is probably not what you were expecting, but it's probably right up at the top of my list for things that you can identify future success, because there are lots of oh shoot moments.
Oh, never a dull moment, right? It's a sure sign that you're taking risks and pushing the envelope. Like, oh shoot, did we really do that?
You know,
shoot, did we really?
I had somebody tell me about skiing many years ago, that if you don't fall down, you're not skiing to your potential, which is really painful information, right? But you want to ski to your potential. So if you're having those fall down moments, those oh shoot moments, watch that person. Because they're guaranteed to break through.
Well, because they're trying it. They're pushing the envelope. They're challenging themselves. They're not just accepting the status quo. If everybody in the room is agreeing with everybody, nobody's got their own ideas. Nobody has an original thought. And so making sure that you kind of like, oh shoot, and you walk around regret. Did I make the wrong decision?
Yep.
Should I have kept my mouth shut? You know, should we have really tried for that? But then at the end, you're like, yeah, I'm so glad we went for it.
Right. The second one is the need to prove oneself. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, because you do. You got all those people saying, never going to happen.
Yeah.
Who do you think you are?
You just sit down and get out. What did I used to say to my boys? Don't tell me what you cannot do. Show me what you're going to do. You don't tell me I can't do something. If that's the case, get out of the way, because I'm about ready to plow over.
You know, it's one of those of us telling us that it can't be done are annoying the rest of us who are actually out doing it.
Indeed.
Yes.
I agree with that 100%. They have functional expertise. Expertise, especially in a highly marketable field, is perhaps the most unassailable barrier to competitive incursion you can have. In other words, bargaining power in an employment situation and pricing power in a business situation, it's a must-have.
Well, you got to have something.
Right.
And if you don't have the skills, or you don't have the money, you got to have the juju.
Yeah, absolutely. They can execute, and they do.
Yeah, they're getting stuff done. They're not sitting around waiting. Okay, let's dot all the T's. Let's cross all the I's. Let's do a little bit more research. Let's wait for somebody else to step in. No, something needs to be get done. This was actually one of the things I remember. I used to do a lot of volunteering, like at the school, the library, and in the church. And I'd get scolded. Because Angel, you're always jumping in and you're doing everything. And, nobody else is
Bit of an overachiever, are you?
Yeah. Like, well, it has to get done.
Right.
So if they don't like that I'm doing it, tell them to start doing it.
Yeah.
But everybody else,
high school?
Everybody else is waiting to be told, right? They're all standing around waiting to be told, what should I do next? I'm like, just look around. There's stuff to be done.
Yeah. Not much has changed. In the 5 years past high school.
Did you get that stuff done?
Yeah, that is your favorite quote there.
See, now I've learned. Now, so much. It's not so much I have to get it done. Eric taught me this phrase. My job is to get everything done. It doesn't mean I have to do everything.
That's the truth. All right, here's another one. Success stories getting ready to happen are identified by a relentless drive to win.
Well,
you got to agree with that.
There's no failing, there's no quitting, there's no losing out on this one. We might find a lot of ways not to do it again.
Yeah, right. I think a brilliant man once said that. They have a very strong work ethic. I think we've established that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, because it's a small town, right? We're all... Every bridge leads to somebody you already know. And so you've got to have that. Because it will come back to bite you.
Absolutely. And finally, you want to identify a success story before it has yet happened. Look for competition for your services. There's no more definitive sign of an up-and-coming success than customers or employers competing for your services.
Well, it just keeps you sharp.
Right?
Keeps you're like, okay.
Oh, yeah. If you're not consistent, guess what?
The competition was going to come in and steal all your stuff.
And those suitors disappear in a heartbeat. So truly one of the important things is if you want people to compete for your services, you just got to be consistent.
Every time. So forget that under-promise, over-deliver. Put a system in place that ensures that consistent customer experience every single time so they can count on you. And that's what you want to be known for. Not sometimes they're early and sometimes they're late and sometimes they wrap it and sometimes they don't. And don't be that guy.
Yeah, please don't be that guy. Yeah. All right. So there you have it, some great signs for a future success. You really do know it. You get that inkling, as I did 14 years ago with my friend Angel. I knew that there was so much in between the ears, if you will, and I have truly been validated every day since.
Wow.
Yeah, you
did. You saw something that I remembered. He came to me and asked me. I'm like, not now, please. I have way too much on my plate.
This is the way that rolled out. I said, we're both in a completely different work environment type experience, and I said, hey, when you're done with that gig and I go back to this gig, do you think you might want to come and work for me? And she said, thanks for saying when I'm done. That's a couple of years away, and the answer is no. It's a good thing that we...
I didn't have, unfortunately, the very first impression I ever had of Eric wasn't most favorite.
What?
But he grew on me.
like a fungus?
Like a mold, yes.
All right.
And you can never get rid of mold once you've got it.
Come on now. All right. I just said really nice things about you.
I really do appreciate it. It's funny. It's just part of our history. And history is good stuff. It creates who we are.
Yeah, don't tear down the history. Listen, we do want to say thank you for tuning in, and we've got some good chemistry here. We got a good thing going. It is nothing but positive business talk. We are the most positive business talk show in America, and we are proud to serve you. Be sure to pick up the archives of any of our shows. We're getting ready to celebrate our 1500th day on the radio.
Yeah, August 7th, 1500th show. We were just named Best Morning Radio Show from Colorado Community Media.
Very, very cool. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. Now, on behalf of Charlie, our producer, and Angel, myself, and all the people that make the Experience Pros radio show happen every single day, we thank you for tuning in and participating in this, the revolution in how people treat people in business. We encourage you to have a great rest of the day. Guess what? It's Fan Braggin' Friday Eve. which means tomorrow we take your calls of great business.
This has been the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the